Sister Wives, latest breaking news. Meri slams Robyn in bizarre new interview. Meri's boyfriend raises red flags in new interview. Meri Brown makes light of Amos' previous divorces. Hello, everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone has having a wonderful day after watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button and watching this video. Sister Wives, Meri slams Robyn in bizarre new interview. Sister Wives star Meri Brown did something that has Robyn Brown written all over it during a live interview this week outside of her TLC series. At first, jaws dropped, but then it became so obvious that she was doing her best rendition of Robyn in one of her most memorable scenes this season. Sister Wives, Meri Brown mocks Robyn Brown using new bow. What the first wife of the now defunct Sister Wives family did was certainly a surprise. Meri Brown's setting was her Friday with Friends show. But this week, the format was different. Her BFF Jen Sullivan interviewed both her and her new boyfriend, Amos Andrews. At one point, Meri pulled a real Robyn move, and Jen broke out in hysterical laughter. But it looked as if Amos had no idea what was going on as his new girlfriend made a few moves on him. These turned out to be the same moves Robyn Brown made on Kody Brown last season that riled up Sister Wives fans. Amos didn't seem to have a clue that he helped Meri Brown mock Robyn and Kody Brown in a scene from the Sister Wives show. While neither Jen nor Meri said anything about it, fans got the private joke. Robyn's famous scene gets do-over. Jen interviewed Amos and Meri, but the two ladies became silly, as they often do during this venue. Amos seemed like a good sport despite being an outsider in some private jokes between the two. Jen asked Amos all kinds of questions, including if he was a relative of the Sister Wives star Kody Brown. That was a big no on his part. But then he was asked a very generic question, and suddenly Meri made a Robyn move on Amos. Remember during the Sister Wives wedding special when Robyn grabbed Kody's face? At the time, Robyn caught him about to say something that sounded negative about Christine Brown. Then during another scene, Robyn smashed her lips into Kody to shut him up again. Well, it looked like Meri took a page out of Robyn's book just as Amos was about to answer a question. Jen asked him to name his favorite shape. He thought a minute and said circle. That was such a strange question because fans weren't interested in knowing that. But it seemed to be a cue for Meri Brown, who broke out in a Sister Wives scene. Just like Robyn Brown did on Sister Wives, Meri covered her boyfriend's mouth. She told him that he couldn't say that. Next, she slammed her face into his and planted a long kiss on his lips, again, just like her co-wife. She was so forceful that she even pushed Amos back into his chair. She also repeated, "You can't say that," much like what Robyn Brown did during her scenes of shutting up Kody Brown. Sister Wives, Meri Brown introduces Amos Andrews. Meri's skit came right off the Sister Wives screen. Her mimicking behavior looked like she was making fun of Robyn and Kody Brown. But besides that, Meri let fans get to know her new guy. Fans learned that Amos Andrews was married 3 times, not 4, as the original reports noted. They also learned that 25 years ago, just like Meri Brown, he claimed bankruptcy. But no one, including Meri, Jen, or the Sister Wives fans, cared about that report. The only thing it proved was that Meris New Guy is like millions of other Americans. There's nothing unique about having a bankruptcy and a few marriages under his belt. But when she made her quick and forceful move on an unsuspecting Amos, fans knew right away what this was. This was too coincidental for it not to be an ode to Robyn Brown's treatment of her husband. Sister Wives fans saw the scene recently on the show, and now Meri Brown carried it off the TLC campus and on a Fridays with Friends. But she pulled it off quite nicely, leaving her BBF in stitches and her new guy a bit puzzled. Sister Wives, Meri's boyfriend raises red flags in new interview. Sister Wives star Meri Brown has gone from one extreme to the other ever since this TLC reality star introduced Amos Andrews as her new boyfriend last week. Just recently, she said that she was thinking about dating, but now we learn she's been dating this guy since October. So this Friday night during her live online venue, she's kissing this new guy for all to see. But as this interview rolled along, red flags emerged, although probably not in the way you might expect. Sister Wives, Meri Brown throws Amos Andrews to the wolves. Meri Brown sat beside Amos Andrews as her best friend Jen Sullivan interviewed the two. Most people who are familiar with Jen as Meri's best friend just love her. She is the friend who had some airtime on Sister Wives last season. Jen is also the kind of friend that everyone wants. She has Meri's very best interest at heart. During this interview, the duo of besties just about grilled Amos, but he seemed to be a good sport about it all. So it was like an indoctrination for the poor guy. Jen read him a disclaimer before he could say a word. She warned that everything he says or does will likely end up online or in the tabloids, like it has for all the sister wives. He also learned that dating Meri drags him into the spotlight because of the Sister Wives show, and that things can turn out distorted and rumors often start. Anyway, Amos, who describes himself as a private guy, was ready to roll. And roll he did, even when things got confusing for him. You have to check out what Meri and Jen did to Amos at one point during this interview. Sister Wives fans got that Meri seemed to throw a jab at Robyn Brown in a big way. He looked a bit perplexed as several private jokes between Meri Brown and Jen Sullivan played out. Then they got into what's been in the headlines recently about Meri's new boyfriend. He floodgates open for Meri's new man. A recent report surfaced online with headlines saying that Amos was married 4 times. It also said that he filed for bankruptcy. But if that is all they can dig up on him, he's one lucky boyfriend. But when Jen questioned him about how many times he was married, it wasn't 4. Amos said 3 times, so apparently that report was wrong. But the Sister Wives family knows all about this stuff, and Meri seemed to laugh it off. When she asked Amos about the bankruptcy, well, that was 25 years ago, he said. Meri Brown piped up to say that she too filed for bankruptcy decades ago. Sister Wives fans didn't need or want to hear that stuff. Viewers of the Sister Wives series don't care about that stuff. After all the uproar over the treatment of the wives on the show, Amos' marriages and bankruptcy seem rather mundane. But then Meri and Jen got into the red flag territory with Amos. Sister Wives, red flags fly for new boyfriend. Amos looked like a pretty easygoing guy as Meri Brown and Jen Sullivan got rather silly about some topics. After that report on marriages and bankruptcy came out, Sister Wives fans might have thought red flags were flying around Amos. But they weren't. The red flags flew all right, but this time for Meri Brown. Yes, the Sister Wives celeb is the one the flags hovered over. After she told him that she was in a 3-decade-long polygamous marriage, he was taken back a bit. But he's still with Meri many months later after hearing her backstory. But he did admit when she first told him, some red flags popped for him. Today he is going strong with Meri Brown, and while the word love isn't tossed around yet, fans say it feels like it's on the way. So who knows, maybe another wedding will grace the Sister Wives screen when the TLC series returns with a new season. Meri Brown makes light of Amos' previous divorces. Although not many details have been released about Meri Brown's boyfriend, Amos' previous marriages, the fact remains he has several. Notably, that has raised red flags for many Sister Wives fans after watching Meri suffer through too many years of an emotionally empty relationship. But when fans directly asked about this, Meri made light of the issue. Meri Brown's boyfriend sparks concern. While Sister Wives fans were extremely excited to hear about Meri Brown's new boyfriend, Amos, they quickly became concerned when learning he was previously married multiple times. Admittedly, it is difficult for fans to see Meri begin a relationship with someone who reportedly has 4 previous marriages. Additionally, fans watched as Meri clung to a rotten relationship with Kody Brown that was well past its expiration. While Meri, on the other hand, currently seems almost aloof when fans confront the issue about Amos' past. Amos throws Meri Brown for a loop. During the recent Instagram Live Fridays with Friends, Meri Brown had Amos on to talk with Sister Wives fans. Upon revealing he has 3 ex-wives, Meri responds, "What?" in initial shock, but then she switches and makes light of the matter. Seemingly poking fun at the hard issue, she says, "I sort of have 3 ex-sister wives and an ex-husband." Then she jokingly one-ups him, adding, "I beat you." Then she laughs hysterically at the subject. Jen Sullivan asks Amos about Meri's past. Softening the blow, Sister Wives Meri Brown focuses on the strangeness of her relationship history. Notably, she has an unusual situation of formerly having 3 sister wives and a husband in a plural marriage. During the show, Jen Sullivan asks Amos, "Can you tell me if Meri being an ex-polygamist in the public eye on a television show raised any red flags?" Then, Amos answers, "Yes, it was a little." Meri Brown and Amos get acquainted. While Meri Brown admits to bringing up the plural marriage the second time we talked, it seems like it was still a bit alarming. But Meri brings in, he was like, yeah, I'm a really private person. I'm like, really? Then she continues, he's like, yeah, I'm not on social media. He then tells her, I'm a really private person. I don't let a lot of people into my life. I'm like, oh, so how private are you really? So we talked about that for a bit. Additionally, Amos admits during the live show that he is a little shy. Both Jen and Meri plan to break him of that. Meri Brown focuses on the positive. Even so, the couple says, we're happy and we like each other a lot. Admittedly, he isn't 6'6", but they seem to be able to make it work since he is taller than Meri Brown. In particular, one of the biggest positives that Meri mentioned was that on the first date, he brought her in for a big hug that was a very safe hug. But when Jen asked the tough questions, Meri seemed to make it more comfortable for him by stepping in to answer or ease the harshness. When Jen asks about speeding tickets, Amos has quite a few, but Meri laughs it off. Both simultaneously admitted to having a bankruptcy in their past. In particular, Meri is very accepting of Amos' past, saying that they are both human and the main thing is how people act going forward. One possible deal breaker, but it was almost a deal breaker when Amos admitted that his favorite shape is a circle. Previously, Meri Brown has made it very clear she can't stand rounded edges because they waste space. Although they both have tricky pasts, they seem to be enjoying each other's company. Jen has now given them a couple's name, Merimo's, and only time will tell how well the budding couple fares. What do you think about Meri Brown laughing off his past marriages and excusing it saying, I beat you, referencing her past? Does Amos surprise you? Do you think he is good for Meri? Are you hoping Sister Wives will return for season 19? Drop your comments below.